Okay, so first we are going to talk about the Yunnan box turtles, which are an ancient box turtle in the genus Quora. And this species was first described in 1906, and the species was long thought to be extinct since the last specimen was seen in 1940. In 2004, more than 60 years after the last specimen had been seen, a live female specimen appeared in the pet trade in Kunming. A year later, a male turtle also made its way to Kunming. Yet another year later, another female was found. The initial reports that the Yunnan box turtle had been rediscovered were met with skepticism, and many believed that these turtles were man-made hybrids that was supposed to look like the Yunnan box turtles. Not true Yunnan box turtles. Genetic testing in 2007 did in fact prove that these turtles were indeed Quora yunnanensis. The Yunnan box turtles is, as earlier mentioned, only found from one single location. They are mainly aquatic species that is found in areas that offers plenty of hiding spaces on the river banks and below the surface of the water. The Yunnan box turtles is a shy species and is seldom found far from cover. It is a terrestrial, omnivorous, ectothermic, and oviparous species. Next to nothing is known about the diet of Quora yunnanensis in the wild. It can, however, be assumed that they are omnivorous species with a preference of meaty food. Looking at how far their neck can extend, one can make an educated guess that they catch and feed on small fish found in their natural habitat. They are, however, also likely to catch and eat crayfish, shrimp, and different types of insects.
Well, I'm going to talk about the extinction of this species, that is the box turtle, or also called the Terrapin caroline. And well, this species right now it's in a vulnerable state. It doesn't extinct yet, but it's vulnerable. Why? Because the main causes of the demise of this species is the destruction of their habitat, and also that humans do some burning in forest and fire, and that caused this species died, and also other species. How much of these are left? Well, there is not a specific number, but in 1940s we guess that this turtle was already extinct, because we see the last turtle in that year. But in 2004 we discovered one of these species, and later other two. So in that time we identified 3 of the turtles that appear. The main time in which this species can disappear or become extinct can be 10 years approximately. And well, as I say, the major cases of their demise is the destruction of their habitat, and the burning cases that humans did.
This semi-aquatic species is in danger of extinction due to the over-harvesting for food in China, and also because they export them for pet trade. Other sociopolitical causes can also involve human-caused pollution in their habitats, like wetlands, streams, and swamps, due to the overpopulation in China, Taiwan, and Japan. And likewise, their physical characteristics do not keep evolving to be able to adapt their modified habitat.
There isn't many information about the ecological consequences caused by the endangerment of the Yunnan box turtle, since the species was believed to be extinct by the year 1940, but then they reappeared in the year 2004 and the following years, with only 3 examples of this species. Even though people still believe that there are more examples of the Yunnan box turtle, there is still not many helpful information about what they eat or how they affect or help the environment.
Species, or what did we try to do? We as a human species have taken actions to prevent the loss of these turtle species, such as captive breeding since 2006. As a part of conservation efforts, an officially sanctioned security colony has been established under the supervision of the Professor Rao Dinghi. The colony was established using some animals from the wild population as well as animals rescued from food markets and from houses in the village near where the wild population was discovered. Captive breeding has so far had some success and hopefully it will be possible to release a limited number of Yunnan box turtles to individuals and institutions that have good records and with other cobra species such as the Monster Zoo in Germany.
So now we are going to talk about the bubble hartebeest that are also known as bubble antelope or simply bubble, and is the extinct nominal subspecies of hartebeest that was formerly found north of the Saharan desert. Other subspecies live currently in grassland south of the Sahara, from Senegal in the west to Eritrea and Ethiopia in the east, and down to middle Tanzania. The red hartebeest and lichen's hartebeest, alternatively considered subspecies or sister species of the common hartebeest, are present in southern Africa. The bubble hartebeest range originally across Africa north of the Sahara from Morocco to Egypt, where it disappeared earlier. It was also present with certainly in southern Levant prior to the Iron Age, while Harper 1945 mentions none too well substantiated recent historical records from Israel and even Arabia. They are herbivorous, so they did feed almost entirely on grass, and adult hartebeest are preyed upon by lions, leopards, hyenas, and wild dogs. Cheetahs and jackals target juveniles, and crocodiles may also prey on the hartebeest.
The second species I'm going to talk about is the bubble hartebeest, and well, sadly this species was extincted in 1925 because I think that we as humans never value this species because we use it like hunting for fun, and also Egyptians in other time use this to sacrifice them. They use this like a sacrifice animal. Right now, as I said, there's no any of these bubble hartebeest. They already disappear, and well, there's nothing we can do in order to return because that animal doesn't exist in any way, and well, that's a thing that humans need to reflect because it was like an animal that we are not going to see anymore.
One of the sociopolitical aspects that caused the extinction of bubble hartebeest was that this species was domesticated by ancient Egyptians, and they used them for eat them, and also they used them for sacrificial rites. Other reasons were that French residents in Morocco began their hunting for this species for recreation and for its consumption. Basically, they wanted their meat. They massacred large herds, and many other specimens were also captured because they want them for zoos. The information that is known is that the last specimen of bubble hartebeest was a female that died in captivity in the Paris Zoo in 1923. This species became extinct after the last animals were killed in Allergia between the years of 1945 and 1954. And basically, they also get extincted because they were overhunted for their meat, especially as the distribution of modern weapons increased across the continent. Their habitat was also invaded by settlements and cattle.
The bubble hartebeest went extinct after the last examples of this species were shot in Algeria between 1945 and 1954, which means they have been extinct for about 46 or 55 years now. One of the main consequences of the extinction of the bulbul hartebeest was how the food chain was affected. The ones that were fed by eating this species were starving and so on, causing an imbalanced environment.
What are we doing to learn about them so what we can take information about their time and their cause of extinction? What we are going to learn to be able to take information about its time and the cause of the extinction is to realize that the cause of extinction was hunting for fun carried out by European settlers, as well as the domestication of Egyptians to use it as sacrificial animals. And this teaches us that the poor management and waste of animals can lead to their reduction until finally extinction, since these animals originally populated all the North Africa and the Middle East. Well, that's all the information that we can provide about these species, which sadly are at risk or are extinct unfortunately. We can't do anything to reverse the extinct species. However, we can take action to restore the species that are in danger of extinction. And we hope that this information that we provide in this video can raise awareness that animal lives are not a game. Thanks.